Okay, so now we're on to my second drawer, which is my bronzers, blushes and highlights. I'm going to start with my blushes because they go at the back section here, and then my highlights go here and my bronzers go here. So I have 3 different containers for my blushes. I have blushes I haven't tried, blushes I have tried, and my cream blushes. So I'm going to start with the ones I have tried. Okay, so the first one is this one from ABH. This is a blush trio in Pink Passion. I've had this one for a long time, and I did get this one in TK Maxx to begin with, so I'm sure it's quite old, so I do need to work on it. But these are really nice, and what I do is I just mix them all together. I then have this one from Pat McGrath. This is the Skin Fetish Divine Blush in Flirtation. So this is what it looks like. It's a really pretty blush. I think when I first bought it, I thought it was going to be a bit pinker, but this is still really, really pretty. I do like it, and I would like to get more, but I definitely don't need any. The next one I have is my favourite blush in my collection. This one is from Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Cheek to Chic Swish and Pop blusher in Ecstasy. I have to be very careful with this one, unfortunately. So as you can see, it's all smashed here at the top. I took this travelling with me because this is my favourite blush. I want to take this travelling with me, but it all smashed here and now it's crumbling everywhere, which is a shame. So I can't take this with me now, but I can use that at home and stuff, and I love it. This is my go-to blush. If I want a blush to look amazing and last on my cheek, it's this one. I then have this one from Nabla. This is the Skin Glazing blush in Lola. Sorry, it's a bit reflective with my ring light. So pretty. Hopefully it's, there we go, that's a bit better. You can see a bit focused now. It's so pretty. I haven't used this one that much, but I have used it. I then have this one from Kiko. This is the Wonder Woman blush in Charming Rose. I put this one in my project last year and it's so pretty. I love blush. I love blush. I mean, obviously I like all of these because I've kept them. I have this one from Revlon. This is the Rose Rendezvous. Again, I'm going to say this, I don't have many like this in my collection. I really like the formula of this as well, and it's not that expensive. I don't know whether you can get that anymore though, because you can't buy Revlon here in the UK. So I'm not sure whether I could get that anymore. I then have this one from Kiko. This one is the Ocean Field blush in Flawless Skin. I have been tempted to declutter this in the past because this isn't really the shade of blush that I go for. It is quite pigmented, but it has survived quite a few times of being decluttered. So it is pretty. It still smells exactly the same. Like, it smells like vanilla. It's amazing. But it's not a blush I reach for that often. So I have this one from Essence. This is the blush in Breathtaking. I don't know whether I've used this one. I'm looking here and I don't think I've used it, so I think this is in the wrong section, so I'm going to put it in the section it should be in. And then I have this one from Benefit. This is the California blush. So it looks like this. This is perfect for summer. I do really like this one. Okay, so what I will be doing as well is I do have blushes, bronzers and highlights in projects. I will talk about those at the end, and then I will go around my office and just make sure I've got everything for all of these categories, just to make sure I haven't missed anything. So now let's talk about the blushes I haven't tried. So the first one is this one from Jouer. Just look at that packaging, guys. So beautiful. It's the Flirt one, and the two blushes are Kiss Me and Touch Me. So it looks like this. I can't really say anything about it because I haven't tried it yet. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put this here just to make it easy for me, but I will move it. Next one I have is this one from Hourglass. This is the Ambient Strobe Lighting Blush in Incandescent Electra. Got this in a FabFitFun. I don't know whether this is a full size, but it looks like this. From what I have tried from my Hourglass palette, I'm not obsessed with Hourglass, but I still haven't tried this one yet. Can anyone tell me if this is a full size? Because I don't know. From what I've seen of other people's minis, it doesn't look like a mini, but I'm not sure. I'm trying to see if I can see how much is in it. So yeah, That's how much is in it. So I'm not sure whether that's the full size or not. I had these ordered in a certain way, and I bet you I'm not going to be able to get them all in again. So the next one I have is this one from Huda Beauty. This is the Glowish line, and I got this one in Caring Coral. So it looks like this. I wanted to try this one for a while, and it's a shame that I haven't got around to trying it yet. I've just been trying to focus on my older blushes in my collection, but I will get around to trying them. The next one I have is this one from this brand. I'm not even going to try and pronounce it. I got this in a Latest in Beauty. It doesn't even have a shade, but I just thought it was really pretty. Seems like a really good autumn winter shade. I then have this one from Lottie London. This one is in Haze. I think I got this one in a glossy box, but it's like an ombre blush. It looks really pretty. Now I'm not going to be able to fit all these in, I bet. Next one I have is this one from Phase Zero. This one is in Making Moves. I think another one, I think I got this one in my Discovered Beauty box. I can't even open it. So I don't know whether I need to keep this one, because I do have another one that is very similar that I'm going to show you in a second, and I think I would much prefer to try that one. So I'll do a comparison, and then potentially I may declutter this one. This isn't a declutter video, like I'm just going to show you my collection, but you know, if I feel like decluttering something, I will. So we'll just see about that one. I'm just going to put that to a side, and I may as well just talk about that one now. So the one I am excited to try is this one from Laura Mercier. This is the blush in Ginger. So it looks like this. So let's just do a bit of a comparison here. Okay, so this one has a little bit of shimmer. This one doesn't. Oh, I don't know. I do feel like they're different enough, because like I said, this one doesn't have shimmer and this one does. So I will keep both of these. But like I said, if I don't like them, I will just pass them along. I then have this one from Seattle, London. This one is in Matchmaker. This is like a baked one, so this could take me a while. I then have this one from Colourpop. This is the High School Musical blush in Playoffs. I got this in December, and it looks like this. Really pretty. I could have quite easily got all of them, all of the blushes, but I didn't. I only asked my mum and dad if they could get me one of them, because I don't need them all, as you can see. I then have this one from Pixie. This is in Peach Honey. So what I'll mostly do with this one is just mix both of them and see what I think. And then last but no means least is the one I've just been speaking about, the Essence one. I'm not going to spend too much time on it, but yeah, I haven't tried that one. I thought I did, but I haven't. Okay, so those are the blushes I haven't tried. Now let's move on to my cream blushes. So in this section I have some I haven't tried and some I have tried. I mean, as you can see, this is already jam-packed, so I couldn't really fit anything else in it. So I just put all my cream ones in here. So my first one I have is the e.l.f. Putty Blush in... Oh my god, can you see this? Like, that is the sticker. How can anyone read that? Well, if it has a shade on it, I can't see it. Yeah, so I want to say it's in Fiji. So it looks like this. These aren't my favourite. Now, I will just say cream blushes aren't my favourite. I'm still a powder girl at heart. But I like the blush. It's not my favourite blush, but I like it. But the one thing I don't like is these containers. They're so small that my brush can't fit into them. But yeah, this is okay. I think out of all of the e.l.f. ones, I think I prefer the bronzer out of the blush bronzer and stuff. But yeah, it's okay. My favourite cream blush formula is this one from Fenty. So these are the cream blush, and I have two. So I have Peach Face. I have to be careful with these when I open them because I stuck my finger in it once. So yes, they do look a little bit dirty because they are well loved. And then the other one I only have two. I don't have loads. The other one I have is in Petal Poppin'. I actually bought this one myself. This one I got from my sister and her family in Christmas 2021. This is what this one looks like. I accidentally dug my nail into this the first time I ever got it. I was heartbroken. But yeah, I love both of these. I think I love this formula. It's my favourite. Okay, the next one I have, and another one that I do really enjoy as well, is this one from Iconic London. This one is in Cheeky Coral. Hopefully you can see that. This is quite a light blush. I always blend my blush out, so I like this one because it's not really pigmented. But one that is really pigmented is this one from Rare Beauty. This one is in Joy. You really don't need a lot of this, but it's okay. I feel like if I were to go and reach for a cream blush, I don't think it would be this one unless I just fancied wearing it. I think out of the collection I've got here, I think it would either be these or this. And then I have a couple I haven't tried yet. So the first one is this one. This is the Wear Blushing from Sophia and Mabel. And this one I think is in Blossoming. It looks like this. So if there's any of these that I don't like, I will declutter. And then I have this one from Milk Makeup. This one is in Work. Work, 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 work. And it looks like this. I feel like this is one that a lot of people do get. I'm not going to spin this up too much because I know there's a problem sometimes with twisting these back down. We got lucky that time. But yeah, I have the cream bronzer, which I will show you. I don't really love it, so I'm curious to see what I think about that. Okay, so those are my blushes I have in my drawer at the moment. Like I said, I'm going to go around and find the ones from my project and also any else that I may have just around my office. But I'll do that at the end. So now I'm going to move on to powders actually. So I keep my powders down the side here. And I have two at the moment that I store in here. The first one is this one from Wonder Beauty. This is the Play All Day Translucent Powder. It's the one that has the product in here. I don't love this one. And potentially I may end up decluttering that. I don't have that many powders in my collection, so I want to keep that one just in case I do run out. And then I have this one from Huda Beauty. This is the Glowish one. I have used this a couple of times and I do like it. I don't think it adds a huge amount of glow, but I do think it's nice. I don't think I would get it again, but I've only used it a handful of times, so I may change my mind on that. Okay, so now I'm going to move on to bronzer. First bronzer I have is this one from Nabla. This is the Skin Bronzing Bronzer in Amber. I've only used this one a handful of times, and from what I can remember, I liked it, but I definitely need to use it more to get like a more honest opinion on it, because I really haven't used it that much. I have two powders, but these are definitely bronzers. I have one in Ivory and one in Honeycomb. So I already had this one in my collection, tried it as a powder. It did not work for me. So I thought I'd use it as a bronzer and it worked pretty well. And then I actually got this one from my best friend last year, so I still haven't tried this one yet. This one works fine for me as a bronzer, so I'm not sure if this one's going to work for me, but we will just see. I then have one of my favourites. This is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer in the light bronzer one. I love this one. One of my favourite high street bronzers. Still smells exactly the same as well. I've had this one a long time though. I bought this on Amazon because we couldn't get Physicians Formula here in the UK. I then have this one from Essence. This is the Hello Good Stuff Matte and Glow Bronzer, and this one's in Cocoa Cool. I've used this one a couple of times as well, but I haven't used it enough to really form an opinion on it. But from what I have tried, the couple of times of both of them, I don't remember disliking them. And Essence is a really good price point for makeup products. And then I have, as I was referring to earlier when I was speaking about the cream blush, I have the Milk Makeup bronzer. I feel like a lot of people have said this, and I agree. I wish I would have got the smaller version of this because I will never finish this. And potentially I may even end up decluttering it because I don't really love it. I find it quite drying, and I don't know if that's just because I haven't used it a huge amount that it's actually dry on the top. This one is in Baked. I feel like if I'd have got the mini like this, I feel like I may have had a chance of finishing it, but I don't think I'm going to finish that. And then I have the e.l.f. Putty Bronzer. Does this one have it on? Yes. So this one has it on. This one is in Tanland. For some reason the blush doesn't have it on. So this is what it looks like. I do like this one, but again, like I said, I still have the same problem where I can't fit my brush into the container. I wish they would have made it shorter and bigger. Okay, and then I have a couple of bronzers that go down the side because they're just really big bronzers that I can't fit them in any of my containers. So the first one I have is my Charlotte Tilbury bronzer. This is the airbrush bronzer in 1 Fair. I know a lot of people got this in 2 Medium, but I much prefer to build up my bronzer. So this is a perfect shade for me, and I do like this. I don't think I would buy it again if I ever did finish it, but I do like it. I then have this one from Marc Jacobs. This one is in Tantastic. I think this is going to take me forever because Ruth has been panning a smaller version of this, like a mini, and it's taken her a while to work through it. So I think I may have this forever. I think I may have this forever, but it is nice. And the last one I have is this one from Revolution. This is the Glow Matte Bronzer in Fair. So it looks like this. This is okay. Again, another huge product. So those are all my bronzers that are in my drawer. Now let's talk about highlights. So I do feel like my highlight collection is potentially an area that I definitely want to try and declutter, because I know there's some that I don't necessarily love and I want to try and use them. And if I don't like them on my skin, I'm just going to get rid of them, because there is zero point trying to keep them just for an inner corner highlight. I will never finish it. Okay, so the first one I have is another one from Revolution. This is the Glow Highlight in Luster. And it looks like this. I think this is meant to be a dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury one that came out years ago. I know Charlotte Tilbury have brought out some new ones. I don't need it. I'm not buying makeup, or I'm trying not to at least. But yeah, this I think was meant to be a dupe, and it's okay. I do find it a little bit chalky sometimes, but I think it does just depend on like what products I'm using on my skin. But yeah, and this is one I will be keeping for now. Another one I will be keeping, and at one point I didn't think I enjoyed this, but I used it in a project and then fell back in love with it, is this one from Fenty Beauty. This one is in Lightning Dust and Fire Crystal. It looks like this. This is just so beautiful on the skin, and I just mix my brush into both. One I'm definitely keeping, but this is just a backup for now, is my Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in Prismatic Amethyst. I know Smashbox did bring out some highlights, but unfortunately they didn't bring this one out, which was my favourite. That is just a backup for now, because I do have a mini in that at the moment that I am panning in my Throwback 30. So what I think potentially maybe on the chopping block is this one from W7. This is the Glow Motion Pink It Up Shimmer Highlight. So it looks like this. I need to try it more, I think, and just see. I do want to try and put some of these aside and just try and use them alongside my Project Pan items, just to see if I want to keep them. I don't know whether, let me know below, is there like a project or anything where you can like bring in products that are potentially going to be like that are potentially on the chopping block? Because I would really like to do a project like that, especially even if it's just for a few months, just so I can get some use on products like this. Let me know, but I do think potentially this may be on the chopping block. A couple more that may be on the chopping block as well is this one from Revlon. This one is in Rose Glow. I just don't love this as a highlight, but I think it's too shimmery for a blush. And like I said, I've already got a bunch of blushes here, so I think I'll just try this a little bit more and just see if it's something I want to keep. And another one I need to try a little bit more as well is this one from Wet n Wild. This is the Blossom Glow one. The reason I think this is on chopping block, because this one, it doesn't close properly, so I feel like this one may go bad a little faster. And also I thought it was a different shade when I bought it, but again, I just need to try it a little bit more. But it's just annoying that this one doesn't close properly, and it hasn't since I've got it. Okay, so the next one I have is this one from Fenty Beauty. This is one of the matchsticks, and this one is in Starstruck. So I haven't tried this one yet. Put that there for now. But it looks really pretty. I bought this and a blush one, which I haven't showed you yet because that is going to be going into a project. I didn't realise that they'd brought out a bunch more of these, because I know they did used to do a trio with these that my sister did want, but I didn't realise they'd brought more of these out. Another one I haven't tried as well is this one from Kiko. This is the Dolce Diva Glam Cushion Highlighting 01. So this is meant to be a dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury highlighter. Now, I did have that one. I panned it in 2021, and I said, you know, I'm not going to get another product like this because it took me all the year to pan it, and here I am buying this one. But I don't think you can get this one anymore anyway. But I know what Kiko seem to do is, for like their collections, they'll potentially bring something out like this anyway. So even if you can't get this one, I think you'll be able to get something very similar. And I think 01 is meant to be a dupe for the shade that I had in the Charlotte Tilbury one. Another Kiko highlight I have is this one, the Holiday Gems one, and this one is in Kiss of Lights. I picked up both of these when I went to the Covent Garden store in April last year, and I got them on a pretty good deal, I think, because every time I've gone into the Kiko store in Covent Garden, they always have a buy 3 products and get 3 of them for free. So you get 6 products for the price of 3. Every time I seem to go, like I said, it always has that deal, which is great. So this is what this one looks like. Beautiful packaging. I did say this was Kiss of Lights. So it looks like this. I still haven't tried this one yet, so I don't know what I think to it. Okay, I'm really sorry if that's just moved. I accidentally hit my tripod. So that is that one. Another one I haven't tried is this one from Ofra. This is the Highlight in All of the Lights. I got this in a cohorted box. I don't know whether this is going to work for me, but I know someone that I watch. Oh God, why can I not think of her name now? She just mixed all of these together. I can't remember, but yeah, she just mixed like a pinwheel like this together, and it made a really nice colour. So I may potentially do that. I think I might be able to get away with these two, but I don't think these two will match me, but I haven't tried it yet. A couple I have tried and a couple that have been in projects. The first one is the I Heart Revolution Princess Cut highlight. Really do enjoy this one. And I can actually start to see some wear on this now as well. I mean, it's still not a huge amount and it's a baked product, so this will take me forever to finish. And I have this one as well. This one is, I think it's just called Heartbreakers, I think. I don't know which shade it is, but this is what it looks like. And again, this one's really pretty, and you can either use this one separate, that one separate, or mix them together. I've not done a very good job of putting all this stuff back. Okay, the next one I have is this little Becca Mini. This one is in Rose Quartz, and it looks like this. So this one has had quite a lot of use. I did have 4 of these, but one of them smashed. One of them, Opal, was not the right shade for me. So I kept this one and Prismatic Amethyst. And I've just said Prismatic Amethyst. I can't say that. I've tried to say it 3 times now. Is my favourite. So I do like this one as well, but it's just not my favourite Becca highlight. Another one that I think will be on the chopping block is this one. This is the Dominic Paul liquid highlight. Not really a liquid highlight person. I got this one in a Discover Beauty, so I think this may be one that I may potentially pass along. I think what I'll do is I'll leave these out on the side so I can just use them once or twice, just see whether it's something I want to keep. And another one as well that is going to be on potentially on the chopping block is this one from Illamasqua. This one is in Deity. I have tried this one recently, and even though it looks icy, I don't know if it's going to be able to show you the shift, but it is a gold highlight. It's not actually icy at all, and I didn't really like the way that this looked on my skin, and I used it as an inner corner highlight. So I want to try and use it a few more times, and if I don't like the way that it looks, I'm going to pass it along. I then have this one from Catrice. This is the More Than Glow highlight in Supreme Rose Beam. I bought this because of Tati Beauty. I don't watch her anymore, but I did buy it because of her. I don't think it's as of an intense highlight as I think I thought it was going to be in the way that she explained it was going to be. But it's still pretty, and it's just a really nice everyday highlight for me. Another one I haven't tried yet is this one from Rare Beauty. This one is in Mesmerize, and this is the liquid luminizer. Like I said, I don't really like liquid highlights, so I don't know what I'm going to think to that. One that again is just another good everyday highlight for me is this one from Laura Geller. This one is the Baked Highlight in French Vanilla. I didn't think I was going to like it, but I do. Like I said, it's a really just nice everyday subtle highlight. A highlight I was very surprised by. I didn't think I was going to like it, but I really do, and it's a liquid one, is this one. Now, I can never remember the brand. I got this in a glossy box, and this one is in Claire. Does it say the brand here? Don't think that this is the brand, but this is beautiful. So beautiful. I feel like if I could only keep one liquid one, it would be this, and that surprises me. And then the last one that was in this drawer for highlight is this one from Bella Pierre. This is the Heatwave Highlight Palette. This should really be in my face palette drawer, which I think I will put it in there, but it's just 5 different highlights. There's some of these though that I can't use. I think the only ones I can use are this one and this one. But yeah, I think I'm going to put this one in my face palette drawer. Okay, so I'm now just going to go and get all the ones that are in projects. So I'm going to be introducing them into projects, and any that may be around my office, and I'll be back. Okay, so I've got all of the products that are either in projects or are going to be introduced into projects in 2023. And I've also just looked around my office as well. So I'm going to start with blushes, and I have quite a few actually that are going to be going into projects this year. I'll talk about the ones that are currently in projects first. So the first one I have is this Dandelion Benefit blush. So this is what it looks like. This is a beautiful everyday blush. I do really like it. I then have the Benefit Rocateur blush as well. Looks like this. Again, another one that I do really like for everyday. And the last one that is currently in a project is this one from NARS. This is my NARS Orgasm blush. And it looks like this. I want to finish this in 2023. I want this out of my life. I say that it's a really nice blush, but I've just worked on it for so long, and I would really like to finish a blush. Okay, and now these are some blushes I think I will be bringing into projects throughout the year. So the first one is another one of the Benefit blushes. This is the Gold Rush one. I'm trying to work through some of these because these are my older ones, but again, I think this is going to be a really nice everyday blush. I think actually this one may already be in my beauty, as I said as well. This is the Fenty Beauty Matchstick in Yacht Life. I just haven't tried it yet, but this looks beautiful. Really looking forward to trying this. And then the last blush, I think this may already be in a project. I think it's my That's Expensive. Is this one. This is the Cover FX blush palette. This one is in Pink Dahlia, and it looks like this, but I still haven't used it yet. This is completely new. Okay, so now I'm going to move on to bronzers. I have a few bronzers as well in projects. So ones that are currently in projects, the first one I have is this one from Fenty Beauty. This one is my powder bronzer in India Sun. This is in my Women Who Rock project pan. One of my favourite bronzers in my collection. This is I want my makeup to look good, I go for this bronzer. I then have in my Beauty A to Z this Kiko bronzer. This one is the Ocean Feel bronzer in Warm Honey. Again, another one that I do really, really enjoy. And it also smells incredible. It smells like vanilla. And then one that I'm going to be introducing into a project this year is this one from Bourjois. This is the Matte Illusion Bronzing Powder. I wanted to try this for so long. My sister actually got this in a glossy box one time, and I tried it once and I loved it, but I couldn't get it anywhere. And then my sister-in-law decluttered some makeup to me, and this was one of them. I was so excited to see this. So yeah, I do really like this. I have used it before. So yeah, that's going to be introduced into a project this year. Okay, I do have a powder product that's in a project as well, and it is my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Filter Powder. in one fair. My favourite powder. This will be one I will keep repurchasing. And then I have some highlights. So this first one, I actually do think I'm going to be decluttering this. So this is from Ciate London, and it's the Sunburst highlights. So I put this in my Women Who Rock project pan, and I had to repress this because it crumbled everywhere, and it just doesn't perform the same now. I feel like it just sits on top of my skin, and it never used to do that. I remember really enjoying this, so it's a shame, but I'm going to get my uses in that project, and then I'm going to get rid of it. And then one I will be introducing into a project this year is this one from Kiko. This one is the Ocean Feel, again in Golden Vibes, and it looks like this. It's not really my favourite highlight, and again, this may potentially be one that when I get my uses, because I'm assuming it will be a usage goal for this, definitely not finishing it. If I don't like it, I will just declutter it. I think that is it for my bronzers, blushes and highlights.